everyone, it's me again. All right, so today we're going to be doing lesson 12-2 again. It's on fractions and decimals on a number line. Yesterday we did it, but we really were focusing on just the numbers between 0 and 1 on a number line. So today we're going to use a little bit more complex numbers. That's why I broke the lesson into 2 days. And, we're already a little bit ahead of our pacing calendar for math, so I didn't want to rush through decimals. Alrighty, so let's review our place value chart again. I have a new number today, so let's see if we can say this. 638 and 23 hundredths. So it's and 23 hundredths. Now remember, we have our new columns, exciting. We have our tenths column and we have our hundredths column. Now guess how many tenths are in one whole? So how many tenths are in one whole? So that would be this. What number would go up here? If you said 10, you were correct. And let's see hundredths. So how many hundredths are in one whole? If you said 100, you are correct. Now, I'm so sad that I can't actually be sitting in front of you and teaching and kids raising their hand. So we're just making the best of it as best as you can. Try to answer my questions as we go along. And guess what? If you don't get them right the first time, it's okay. You can stop the video and redo it. That's the benefit. That's the plus of not being in class, is that you eventually will get the right answer, right? Just by rewinding and doing it again. So try that. Alrighty, so when we think about decimals, we want to think about money. $638.23. Now decimals mean part of a whole. So we know that 23 cents is not a whole dollar. We have to go all the way up to 99 cents and then get one more penny for 100 cents, or one whole in our ones column. Alrighty, so let's get on to our examples. I'm lucky I have Emma's, I can never remember if this is a regular saxophone or an alto sax. I think it's an alto sax. It's huge though, and it's a nice little stage for me. All right, so let's look at our first example. Now yesterday we started at 0 and went to 1. So we had a 0 over here, and we went to 1, right? But if you think about money, we don't always just have change, right? Sometimes we have dollars and change. So think of it like this, $5 and $6, and what's in between? So we're going to count the number of spaces on our number line, and then we're going to make our fraction, and then we'll change that to a decimal. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our whole number is 5, and then the denominator of our fraction is 10, because there are 10 spaces altogether on our number line. And then let's count to see where our A is. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 and 4 tenths. Now we want to think, well, what would that change to a decimal? So what would 5 and 4 tenths be? Our 5 is going to stay the same. And now because that's in the ones column, and we're looking to put a number in our tenths column, we need to put our decimal point. And we have 4 tenths. So we're going to put 4 here. So that would be 5 and 4 tenths would equal to 5.4. Now, I have a little challenge for you. If we're talking about money, this would not be 4 cents, right? Because 4 tenths. 4 tens. 4 tenths. 10, 20, 30, 40. So this actually, if we were talking about money, it would be $5.40, because this is 4 tenths. So 4 tens would be 40 cents. But remember, it's part of the whole. It's not a whole dollar yet. All right, let's look at our next number line. We have our whole number is 37, and it goes up to 38. So we're going to count. So we know our answer is going to start with a 37, right? And then we're going to do our fraction first. So let's count our spaces to see how many spaces we have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I bet you got that one. I bet you already knew that was coming, right? 10. And now let's count our lines until we get to the B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 37 and 8/10. So if we wanted to change that to a decimal, we'd have our 37 as our whole number, right? We put our decimal point because we know our next column is the tenths column. And we have 8/10. So it'd be an 8 here. If we wanted to talk about money, we would say $37 and 8/10 would be the same as 80 hundredths. So remember when we draw our chart, 8/10, I should have drawn this in advance. So if we color in 8 of these, it's the same as having 80 boxes colored on our 100 square. And then we do our boxes this way. This is sloppy, sorry. And then we do 80 boxes there, which would be 8 rows. So that's 8/10 is the same as 80 hundredths, which I think we did that 2 days ago, right? I drew all the pictures, but I drew them in advance. Should be better. All right, let's look at our next one. Now I have 80/10 here and 90/10 here. So what comes after 80? If you were counting, you would say 80, then 81. So if you said 81, you'd be correct. So we have decimal point 81. So 81 hundredths. Decimal point 82. 82 hundredths. 83 hundredths. 84 hundredths. 85 hundredths. I'm going to do up top 86 hundredths. 87 hundredths. 88 hundredths. 89 hundredths, 90 hundredths. So C would be 85 hundredths. And to draw that as, to write that as a decimal, well, that is a decimal. To write that as a fraction, it's exactly what you're saying. You're saying 85 hundredths. So that would be 85 hundredths. Doesn't that work out? See like the connection when you say it? It's exactly like you're writing it. All right, so now here in the last example, we have a whole number 4 and 40 hundredths, and then a whole number 4 and 50 hundredths. So we're going to start counting. So if this is 40, we're going to do, we have 4 and 41 hundredths, 4 and 42 hundredths, 4 and 43 hundredths, 4 and 44 hundredths, 4 and 45 hundredths, 4 and 46 hundredths, 4 and 47 hundredths, 4 and 48 hundredths, 4 and 49 hundredths, all the way up to 4 and 50 hundredths. And this time in decimals, we can say and. I know in the beginning of the year, everyone's always like, 328. And I always tell you, oh, no, that's not right. Now the word and is correct. 4 and 49 hundredths. The and is representing the decimal. Now, if we want to talk about money, this would be $4.49. All right, so our D is 4 and 42 hundredths. If we were to write this as a fraction, we'd have a whole number 4 And then remember it says 4 and 42 hundredths. So we're going to write 42 hundredths. All right, is the same as 40 and 42 hundredths. Alrighty, so this is lesson 12-2 from Envisions, fractions and decimals on a number line. Yesterday we talked about some just like general, like the more basics between 0 and 1 on a number line, but today we got a little fancier, right? We had whole numbers, smaller, we had bigger whole numbers, we had decimals to the hundredths, and we had a whole number and decimals to the hundredths. So you have the rest of your lesson for today for math. You have a Khan Academy video. There might even be 2 up there. So please watch them. Watch my video. You can watch it again. And then watch the Khan Academy videos. And then you're going to go on math. You're going to go on IXL math. And you're going to do some practice with this. It's really nice because on IXL, the math lessons line up perfectly with the standards for 4th grade. So whatever lesson we're doing in Envisions, rather than having you like do like a workbook page that I can't even see, it's nice for you to go directly to Math IXL or IXL in the math section and do it there. Alrighty, I wish we were all together doing math because you know I love math. I love math. So I hope you're loving math too, and I hope you're really practicing at home. All right, everyone, I miss you, love you, bye.